Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan Woody, composer of today's arrangement of Amazing Grace. I'm very happy to share this with you, and I'm sorry not to be in Maine with you today in light of pandemic precautions. This program of Amazing Grace, the American Spiritual, is very exciting and I think tremendously important as we celebrate Black History Month and also find ways to pursue equity and racial justice in our shared experiences as lovers of music. The hymn Amazing Grace itself has an origin story that can't be stricken from the shameful history of the slave trade, as the author of its lyrics was himself an enslaver before later denouncing the practice. I was very glad to arrange this piece because I do believe that the grace he writes about, in which a person who held people in bondage could find his way to truth and change, I believe that grace is exactly what we need as we face our modern challenges in the pursuit of justice and what is right. I was hoping to convey in my arrangement some ideas about that journey. The first verse begins in a more intimate manner with a solo voice, reflecting on the vulnerability of where so many of us start our journey our journey to redemption and grace. The second verse changes character and introduces some unexpected harmony and an elongation and slight interruption of the melodic line. And I think this could symbolize the distance between our present state of being and the world of grace that has been promised to us that we haven't yet achieved. Finally, as we near the end of the piece, I included the melody Over My Head, which has appeared elsewhere on tonight's program. I think it illustrates a reminder that throughout all of our struggle for justice and equity, music is something that can really bring us together and remind us that there is a greater power. Music has been a lifeline for me personally as we have faced the reality of living through this coronavirus pandemic. I am very fortunate to have had opportunity to continue making music in various ways. Many of those have been virtual, including my contribution to tonight's program. And it has been challenging, but also essential for me to keep making art, to keep some sense of normalcy and calm in my life. Watching the struggles in our national dialogue and the fight to value and protect Black lives, I feel that my responsibility is to share my gift with as wide an audience as I can in an attempt to use beauty and human expression to illustrate the depth of my humanity. For all of us who love music, whether as performers or listeners, we are called to remember that there's so much more that unites us than what divides us. And music is uniquely capable of crossing the barriers and boundaries that our society has often created. After all, a hymn written by an enslaver has become one of the most powerful and beloved spirituals in the African American tradition, and really in every community, in every tradition. And it touches people because of its universal message of redemption. So I want to say thank you to Emily Isaacson and to Classical Uprising and all of our partners for this program for making this possible. And thank you all for tuning in and allowing this message and this music to reach you and hopefully to touch your soul. Thank you and enjoy the program.